Welcome to inCARnation. If you haven't seen the previous episodes of Malmesbury Green Hell, you should go and watch those first, otherwise this one won't make a lot of sense. Anyway, let's go. Each year, almost 250,000 fans camp out in the forest for the big race. It's still a week to go, but already there are plenty of sunburnt Germans arriving, and they bring everything they need with them: scaffolding, sofas, spas, and most importantly, lots of beer. A lot of race drivers like to walk a lap of the track just to get an idea of some of the corners. Unfortunately, at Nurburgring, that would take 8 or 10 hours. So Anthony, Kevin and I decide instead just to take a little stroll to meet some of the locals.
You want to know about the meaning of life? You follow me.
Where are you taking me, Anthony?
Here we are, boys. Somewhere pretty amazing, I reckon.
Is this Mecca?
Well, I'm not religious, but it's probably as close as we get.
We head for the Brideside camping ground, which is the lowest point of the circuit, about 12 kilometres away from the pits. Tell me, why do so many Germans come to watch this event? Why?
Because it's the biggest party ever in Germany. Right? It's around 25 kilometers around Nurburgring. Here's party 1 week. That's only, you have to be here.
You have to be here.
Yeah, you have to be here. Our team is called Team Brideside because there's a place here. It's called Brideside.
Brideside.
And we are here since I know how long. Every year we are here on the same place. And so one time Team Brideside was born. So.
Okay. Is Brideside a dangerous corner?
No. Yes, it's Weerseifen here around. Weerseifen is a very nice corner, and here Brideside also with a wall.
Okay.
Sometimes the cars touch the wall, and a nice place here.
No, they'll drag you back to the pits through here, like take you back on the main roads instead of having to go through the track.
If you crashed here?
Well, no, we're not going to crash here, but
No.
if we were to break down, if we were to have a mechanical failure,
Oh yes.
apparently they can bring you in through here and take you back on the public roads to the pits to repair the car.
Back at the pits, I found Adam, who's one of the drivers and the owner of the V8 Supercar the boys will be driving.
Just stay out of trouble and go around. Be there at the end.
What do you think might be the biggest risk or the biggest thing that's most likely to actually stop that?
I think other traffic. I think all the blokes that are driving the car are certainly well capable of doing that, and I don't think we'll have a problem there, but I think just other traffic. Getting in someone else's accident will be the biggest thing that we've got to worry about. There's a lot of strong cars here, lots of them. I think it'll certainly be up there. Yeah, at about 10:30 on Friday we'll know pretty much where we are, so see what happens.
We're too used to watching it on TV and on computer. And
Yes,
it sort of
very true.
Desensitises you.
Yeah, very true. I thought that today actually, just in the wagon.
Yeah.
I mean, driving around at 20 kilometres an hour looks actually worse than it does when you're in the car. So,
Geez, it's scary.
yeah.
You have to do it.
You have to do it. And look, at the end of the day, nothing against racing in Australia, unless you've got more money than we've all got to buy technology, have really quick cars and spend a lot of time driving them, we're better off doing something like this and not spending as much money and having just a really good time, as well as one of, or the greatest racing circuit in the world. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Behaving like a flooded engine. Trains turn up about 3 hours after the first train blew up an engine on the way here, and He's turned up like a rocket, and it's stalled and now it won't start.
But it all went quite smooth sailing, had a bit of a plan. This is not our first time at the ring, and the boys they've got it down pat what we need to do. And the difference is this year we've actually added another car with the Osborne Motorsport team, and we're trying to help them out as well.
Is it a relief to get the car out of the trailer and find it's still actually there?
Well, I must admit, I'm quite relieved there's no scratches on any of the cars. I'm quite relieved that that everything started first kicked, and now it's just a matter of juggling all our equipment.
The white car's looking pretty bland at the moment.
Well, when it gets the word Australia blazoned all over it, I think it'll look really horn then. And we're pretty proud Australians, and we want to make sure that we show people where we're from.
So Adam, is that your car?
No, mate, it's that one there.
Oh, no.
Whoa! 80 years ago, the Germans started building the first Nurburgring racing circuit. After the humiliation of World War I, Germany wanted to show the rest of Europe that it was once again a prosperous and advanced nation. Success at motor racing was one way to do that. Ever since Daimler and Benz invented the first motor car, the Germans have always been crazy about their cars. Today they're still nuts about Mercedes, Porsche, BMW, Audi, and of course the hometown hero, Michael Schumacher. Back in the 1920s, Germany had great cars and brave drivers, but they didn't have a racetrack that was as exciting as Monza in Italy or Le Mans in France. So, in the heart of the Eiffel Mountains, they built one to top them all. Very fast, very long, very dangerous. A race circuit that simply takes your breath away the first time you see it. With the town of Nurburg and its 900-year-old castle in the middle, the Nurburgring is still today unlike any other racetrack in the world. Ascari, Fangio, Caricciola, Jim Clark, Stirling Moss, and Australia's own world champion, Jack Brabham. In the 1950s and 60s, huge crowds came across Europe to see the world's best, all of them forging reputations of incredible bravery through the forest. All that came to a blazing halt in the summer of 1976, when Niki Lauda crashed his Ferrari during the German Grand Prix. Ironically, it had been Niki who'd been trying to get the race boycotted because it was too dangerous at that track. They immediately decided the Nürburgring was now too fast for modern Grand Prix cars, so they stopped using it. 10 years later, they built a modern racetrack adjoining the old one, and that circuit is used today in the European Grand Prix. It's safer and much shorter, and to be honest, a bit boring. But the old circuit refuses to die. You can even drive your road car around it most of the year. It's the place Jackie Stewart described as the greatest and most challenging racetrack in the world. And Mal Rose is back for the third time. Twice he's come here with his little Mirages, and twice the cars have come second in class. This year they're ready to go one better, but this time he's also brought something else to surprise the Germans, a big white Aussie V8 taxicab.
You looking forward to starting it, Adam?
Yes, I am.
You want to wake the dead, do you?
Well, we haven't heard it for about 10 weeks, so a bit excited.
I take a little stroll down pit lane with Adam and his mechanic. We're just going to check out the competition.
Nice car.
I recognise that woman. That's Sabina Schmitz. Sabina is the woman who drives the famous Nurburgring ring taxi. Her job is to take people either in her helicopter or in this BMW M5 for laps around the track. Not a bad job. And you can even buy your own model of the ring taxi.
Entschuldigung, sind Sie Frau Schmidt?
Ja, Schmitz.
Schmitz. Entschuldigung. And you've won races here, haven't you? You've won your class.
I've won 2 times the 24-hour championship here with Johannes Scheid on a BMW.
You're a wine connoisseur?
Yeah.
You're a helicopter pilot?
Yeah.
And you run a hotel?
Yeah, my mom, she has a hotel and I work there sometimes in a bar. The Pistenklause, very famous place. And the long distance challenge I've won in 98. I think it's around about 50 races I won here. So
many people say you've got the best job in the world. And I'm sure you've
I
heard that many times.
Yeah, with the ring taxi, with the BMW ring taxi. I take tourists around the track, so every year around about 800 laps. So with all the races I do every year 1,000, 1,200 laps, so I know what I'm talking about. It's quite a lot. You know, we want to have fun there, it's not a race, so with the ring taxi, everybody wants to drive the Nordschleife, so let's have fun for everybody and don't get frustrated, you know, go out of my way. And
So let's take a little ride and try to keep up with Sabina. She's in front and she's got 3 big fat passengers on board. These 2 guys in the Porsche Carrera actually struggle to keep up. The ring taxi has 507 horsepower and is speed limited to around 250 kilometers per hour. The nice people at BMW Motorsport give Sabina a brand new car to drive here every year, and they service this one several times a week. Don't ask her how many times she's crashed here, because she's lost count.
It is, it's dangerous though, isn't it? We see, I mean, it's amazing you can do so many laps and stay out of trouble.
yeah.
But there was trouble here on Sunday 3 days ago. 2 people killed at the foxhole, and that sort of thing does happen, doesn't it? Is there talk that they might close the circuit or stop the tourist drives or something like that?
You know, the region lives from the Nordschleife, and if they stop tourist driving there, we can close our hotels or restaurants. So the whole area lives from that. So when they close it, we're on big shit. Maybe they must do, we have motorbikes and cars together. It's maybe better just to leave cars alone and the bikes.
To separate, have separate
To
sessions?
separate it in 2 sessions, yes.
And then this year in your 997?
Yeah, last year we did the long distance challenge with this car. We came twice 4th overall.
Yes.
And now we change a little bit on the car. We have a bigger engine, and I think our chances are not too bad this year.
Okay, we'll be watching you.
Thank you.
Can you win with this car? Yes. Can you win the race?
I think so. So we know that if it's hot, we can race 4 hours with one set of tires. So that's a big advantage.
Yeah.
And in the wet, we have the best tires as well.
Do you think the Mante Porsche also is a strong contender?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
You think so?
very strong.
Strong driver. The Porsche Works drivers on there, and so they're going to be right in front.
Okay. So you've heard about the Aussies?
Yes, I heard that they come with a V8 Golden Commodore.
Yeah.
So these cars, I like them very much. They're quite a long time in the championship in Australia. So I wish to drive in Bathurst. That's a great racetrack.
Okay, thank you.
Well, we've heard how good the Porsche sounds, but now it's time to fire up the big Aussie V8. All good?
All good.
Getting the right numbers?
She runs.
Only thing you've got to do is charge battery out, because even the other one was only 11.
It's 6 o'clock Wednesday morning and we're off to the carousel at the moment. Check this out, hey. It's pretty awesome.
Morgan?
Morgen.
We sit there in the whirlpool.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
That's your
yeah.
whirlpool. Let's have a look. Now you've done a lot of work here. This is fantastic. And the candelabra. Yes.
Yes, last night we have a candlelight dinner.
Candlelit dinner.
Yes. Yeah, one time at the day we sit together and we make a meal, a good meal.
Yeah.
One time at the day.
Yeah.
That must be.
Okay, what did you cook yesterday?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Chicken on the grill. Chicken, barbecue chicken. Sag ich mal. Yes, very
With
fine.
scampis.
Scampis,
Oh, yeah.
red wine. Yes.
Lecker, lecker.
Oh yeah.
Ja, das war gut.
I'm not hungry yet. Oh,
And you have a shower too here? In case...
Yes.
Yeah?
It's a shower.
So you can get naked before the cars?
Yeah. The woman can shower here on. And the driver.
I don't know where they came from, but suddenly there are hundreds of old cars on the track. Over here they call them young timers. finally some racing. It's a series just for the minis, and it's all going pretty well. I figure now's a good time to make myself scarce. And the cars just don't stop coming. There's a series for Alphas, and Ford Fiestas, and then there's kids on go-karts, and it just goes on and on and on. All this commotion's making my head spin. So I think it's time for a trek up to the castle to clear the petrol out of my lungs. Oh look, there's Sabina's Pistenklauser restaurant. It is really beautiful up here, but you still can't get away from the sound of the cars. Just imagine, the racetrack actually extends even beyond the horizon here. What an amazing place.
Did you forget to turn the Sennheiser microphone on?
Supposed to be a speed limit, but nobody seems to be doing it either.
A little bit of Porsche, a little bit of Alpha, some Mercedes in there as well.
Can you stop filming me with my big Z on my head?
They're probably just pleased to see an Australian car.
All of them. Now you're definitely saying that for the video.
Hey, thanks for watching. It's quite dated, isn't it? The next episode should be up here. inCARnation is all about doing proper reviews of good sports and exotic cars on real roads with real drivers. If you like what you see, you might consider subscribing to the channel, clicking the bell, clicking the like, or leaving us a comment. We love to hear what you think. See you next time.